Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we introduce you to a new degree, Bachelor of Science and Commerce, that will become a popular option for adult students considering a pathway in the Jones College of Business. We tell you about the Earth Experience, a museum in Murfreesboro being supported by MTSU's Department of Geosciences. And we let you know about the Center for Environmental Education, a branch of the MTSU Biology Department that is dedicated to improving environmental education in Middle Tennessee. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. There's a new major this fall in our world-class Jennings A. Jones College of Business. It's called the Bachelor of Science in Commerce. The college has designed this degree as an option to help our returning adults return to complete their degree online or on campus. And here to tell us more about this great new option is Gretchen Lemming, the manager of the Advising Center at the Jones College. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Brand new degree. And I know you guys were really trying to think through something that can help our adult learners who maybe are a few credits hours short of finishing their degree, but they really want to get a degree from the Jones College of Business. This is an option for them, right?
That is correct. The demand for an adult degree completion major has always been there. I've gotten many phone calls over the years from people in real estate, banking, the marketing area that would like to come back and finish their degree, but because of the delivery method of our BBA or Bachelor of Business Administration majors, that just wasn't an option for them.
And these are folks who, for whatever reason, they took a job, they had an opportunity, they were a few credits short, whether it's a semester or maybe even longer, but they've had that, hey, I really need my degree, and it's not that they want just any degree, they're committed to the Jones College of Business, and that's what this is designed to give them.
That is correct. And we also have encountered students that have military service credits that are also interested in exercising their GI Bill benefits, military service educational benefits that they have that bring with them a lot of credits. We would love to help them as well, but we were restricted with our BBA because there's only 7 hours worth of elective credits.
And that's a Bachelor of Business Administration.
Yes, that is correct.
And somewhere in this component of this new degree is what we call prior life assessment, right?
Yes.
You look at their career
Yes.
and try to affix college credit that matches up to their life experience or
Yes.
things that they've done outside of the classroom.
They would register for PRST 3010 and go through the process with the University College to get those assessments made, and then the University College awards the appropriate credit, and we allow them to use up to 24 hours of that in this major.
You know, this is really exciting because one of the things that we hear in the state of Tennessee through the Tennessee Reconnect program is trying to get folks with some college credit back to campus so they can finish their degrees, and we can, as a state, reach the 55% of the population
Yes.
holding some sort of post-high school certificate or diploma. And this really addresses that head-on in the Jones College, right? This is your chance to get it.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this program incorporates all of the goals at the state level and also MTSU's goals as well.
I love the word commerce because not only it's both specific and broad at the same time. Specific because it really is the lane of the Jones College of Business, but also broad because I'm hoping you're going to tell me that they can have some element of designing courses in certain areas that they're interested in to complete this degree process.
Yes, that is correct. The major is comprised of the 41 hours of general education, 31 hours of the common body of knowledge. That's different than the business core that's in our BBA program. In that 31 hours in the common body of knowledge, there is a capstone course, which is a reflective writing course over the goals and objectives in the Jones College of Business.
So a capstone course and that paper that's produced in that can be more business focused to my career, right? Where I'm exploring something where through the process of that examination, I learn and disclose my learning about something that I needed to learn for my job, right?
Related back to the Jones College learning goals and objectives that we have for students to be able to communicate effectively, professionalism, and those types of things.
Well, you and your colleagues in the Advising Center do great work. The Jones College consistently posts fantastic numbers and student success measurements, the benchmarks that we do. If I am a former student of the Jones College, should I perhaps be expecting a call from someone that says, hey, we've kind of looked up your transcript and you've got X number of hours, and are you interested in getting back here or going online to get your degree?
Absolutely. We're already working on that.
You see, I think that's fantastic because that signal, we're telling them we haven't forgotten about you, and your original goal is still within reach. And that's really the message here, right? You wanted an option to tell these students because you probably just didn't have an option in the Jones College of Business before
We did
this.
not, and like I said, over my career, I have fielded many of those phone calls where we would love to have them back, but you lack 60 hours, you work full time. If you take 1 or 2 classes, it's going to take you 7 years to finish. So this Green to Gold program that the Army initiated really is what got us taking a serious look at this. We had a student that had applied, and in the Green to Gold program, they can only finish in 2 years. That's all they're allowed before they move on to the next step. The student lacked 84 hours under the BBA. He couldn't enroll here. So it's like we really needed to put together a major that fell under AACSB accreditation, but yet was not resource intensive. And this is what we were able to come up with.
Well, I love your focus on veterans because in our interaction in my office with that population, you're dealing with individuals who have commanded hundreds of people, managed multi-million-dollar systems. I'm not quite sure taking an introduction to management course is the right option for them because they've had to manage under very stressful situations. So this really, by having that prior learning opportunity, you're able to translate that into college credit and help them on their goal.
Exactly right. I just was speaking to a young man the other day on the telephone that's transferring here after I told him about the options in the BS of Commerce. He's like, well, I'd like to do a supply chain. I would like to do a marketing management. I would like to do, these certain courses where it's like you would be allowed to do that under this program.
That's fantastic. And how do I find out about this program? Where do I need to go? Who do I reach?
You can go to the Jones College of Business webpage at mtsu.edu/business, or you can email me directly at gretchen.lemming@mtsu.edu.
Gretchen, thank you for coming on Out of the Blue and tell us about this great new program.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we'll be right back.
Don't underestimate me.
Don't count me out.
Don't limit my potential.
Don't block my runway.
We are Middle Tennessee State University.
I exceed expectations.
I work harder than the rest.
I set the tone.
I still serve with honor.
I go the distance.
I am True Blue.
Your MTSU Alumni Association has a goal of placing this pin on the lapel of all those who call this campus theirs. Let's pass that tradition on.
Let's pass it on.
Focused on the future, the School of Music at Middle Tennessee State University is home to music industry veterans and offers you a myriad of performance opportunities. A music degree minutes from Nashville, Music City, USA, mtsu.edu/music. Middle Tennessee State University offers more than 100 master's and doctoral degrees designed for working professionals. Many of MTSU's graduate programs are offered partially or completely online. More information is available at mtsu.edu/graduate. Do you want the advantages of a major university with the Ivy League experience of an honors college? What you're looking for is right in front of you. Middle Tennessee State University's beautiful campus is home to over 140 majors taught in state-of-the-art facilities. Our undergraduates get hands-on experience, working alongside a highly respected and caring faculty. Take a closer look. Become True Blue.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass it on.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Now, one of the best kept secrets in the Middle Tennessee area is really no secret at all to MTSU students and alumni. Sparkling rocks, amazing fossils, and a toothy T-Rex await visitors at the Earth Experience, the Middle Tennessee Museum of Natural History in Murfreesboro. Now, if you go there, you'll find 2 or 3 of our graduates, 7 or 8 of our active students, and maybe a few of our retirees working or volunteering at the museum. And here to tell us all about it is Alan Brown, a lecturer in our Geosciences department. Welcome to Out of the Blue.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you win. You win the best props on Out of the Blue. This is fantastic. I'm going to ask you to walk me through what these are in a second, but I want you first to tell me about this great museum and the opportunities it presents to our students.
Sure. Earth Experience is the only natural history museum in all of Middle Tennessee. It was started by me and another gentleman, Louis Elrod. MTSU is really what allowed me to start the museum, because it gave me time over the summer to go out and start digging up dinosaur bones.
Necessary, right?
And once I started getting a pretty good dinosaur bone collection, I thought this is something I would love to share with everybody. I've always had a passion for museums, and I thought, let's start a museum.
Wow. So when I come into the museum, and I believe it's on 1816 Old Salem Road, I'm immediately encountering the T-Rex exhibit, right? I see that first? No, what do I see first?
The T-Rex, we saved the best for last.
That's the last.
So yeah, the very last thing you see will be the T-Rex. We steer people to the fossil rooms first. So there's a little bit of a difference between the T-Rex skeleton and our actual dinosaur bones. The T-Rex skeleton is what we call a cast, meaning it's an exact copy down to the smallest detail. Mm-hmm. Real fossils are just, they're too delicate, they're too important to really be transported around. And so we like to save the real fossils in glass display cases, which are locked and sealed and protected from
away
hands.
From TV people like me doing bad things to them. Okay, good. Well, how important is this museum in terms of experience to our geosciences students? I mean, this is really got to be a valuable opportunity for them, right?
Oh yeah, and more than just the geoscience students. We also have public history students, and so it gives them real hands-on experience in what they hope to be doing in their career, which is working in museums. And so I've even had a few education students who have volunteered at the museum.
Describe some of the diversity of the exhibits. We've touched on a few of them, but what would I see overall when I go into the museum?
All right, well, we have a pretty large collection of fossils. Then you will see rocks and minerals. We have a small archaeology display with native Tennesseans. We have a jewelry studio, and then of course we have our big T-Rex and our other dinosaur skeletons. And then we do the molding and casting process. We made these fossils right at our museum. This saber-toothed cat was poured at the museum just 2 days ago.
Wow, and you're able to get them to such fine detail to where the replica is accurate enough to study and measure. Yes. So kids have to eat this up, right? You've got to have a really great K through 12 audience that comes through there, right?
Especially the T-Rex, like I said, is the grand finale, and you actually have to walk around a corner to see the T-Rex. And so you can hear all the way across the museum sometimes the oohs and the ahs and the cheers when the kids come around the corner and they see this T-Rex that's right in front of them. It's 38 feet long. It's a giant dinosaur.
Wow. Now, how does the museum sustain itself? Is it through membership, attendance, or a combination of both?
Mostly attendance. We do get small donations here and there, and we've had a lot of actual items donated, fossils and minerals and rocks that have been donated to the museum. Our collection has probably more than tripled since the day we opened.
Folks find you, they say, hey, I've been collecting this all my life, and I want a place for it to live and breathe?
Right, or the person who has the collection doesn't have a place to put it or doesn't have an interest in it, and so they donate it to us.
And the name implies Middle Tennessee. I'm assuming, and from your discussion, most of the artifacts are of this region. Is that fair to say, or a good percentage?
I would say a good percentage. Definitely, I would say probably about half of our mineral collection on display is from Middle Tennessee. I would say maybe about a third of our fossils are Middle Tennessee fossils, and a lot of our rocks are Middle Tennessee rocks. I mean, the rock that I brought, this is a quartz geode from here in Middle Tennessee. It's actually from Woodbury, Tennessee, which is only 10 miles away from here.
Right.
And every rock collection has to have a geode in it. That's with the hollow rock with the crystals inside. And this was found right here in Middle Tennessee, and we have dozens of them, and this is a small one for what we have in our collection. And then also Middle Tennessee Connection is our saber tooth. I mean, this saber tooth is actually a cast of one from the La Brea Tar Pits in California, but the hockey team in Nashville,
I was going to say,
has the Predators as a mascot because they found a saber-toothed cat in Nashville when they were building one of the tall buildings in downtown Nashville. They found a cave and there was a saber-tooth in the cave.
What about this item here?
This is a cast of part of a T-Rex jaw. These are 2 T-Rex teeth.
Wow.
This is actually part of our full T-Rex skeleton. We've got a small piece of it that we can travel around and show people. Now, I have found actual T-Rex tooth. I haven't found T-Rex teeth quite this big yet. Still looking for those.
What got you interested in geoscience to begin with, and how have you been able to maintain your passion, I assume, through this?
Yeah, well, I had a Little Rock collection when I was a kid, and I think more importantly is I loved going to museums when I was a kid. And the museums really are what kind of ignited my passion. And it was my first geology class. I took one geology class and absolutely fell in love with it. Everything just clicked, everything made sense. And part of that is paleontology and the fossils, and I did love that aspect of it. But there aren't a lot of jobs for paleontologists out there. So I did other things for several years. And then once I got a job teaching at MTSU, suddenly I had my summers free. And so then I started looking for things to do over the summer, and I got hooked up with somebody who was digging dinosaur bones, and then it was all over. The first time I went to Montana, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I've been back every year since.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. And if I'm a student, how do I get engaged and involved in the museum?
Well, the museum is entirely run by volunteers. And I say just come to the museum, show up and say I'm ready to volunteer, and we'll find something for you to do. Plenty of opportunities for volunteers.
Well, fantastic. Well, hey, I want to make sure we get the address right. It is 816 Old Salem Road here in Murfreesboro. And you've got a website, theearthexperience.org, the Earth Experience, all one word.
All one word, yes.
.org. And I hope on that website there's ticket information and hours of operation?
Yeah, we actually have a couple of events coming up, and we have tickets on the website for our events.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention this, because this is our October edition. The Dino Days, October 12th and 13th. As part of the Tennessee Steam Festival, which is a fantastic statewide effort. And then the Natural Ale Beer Fest, the 21st, also it looks like at your facility, 816.
Yeah, all events are at the facility. We started out the museum right. We opened, and then the second day after we opened, we had our first beer fest.
It sounds like you've got a good action plan there.
So this will be our 5th beer fest. Craft brewers from all over the area will be bringing in their home brews, and usually it's a wide variety, all kinds of strange things. I think last year we had Fruit Loops beer. I never tried that one, but yeah, and you buy your ticket and you get a sample all of these different types of beer. We'll have live entertainment. We'll have the museum open, and people will be given tours of the museum. So we have a lot of activities going on for the Beer Fest.
Well, thank you for this fantastic experience, Alan, and everything you've done to promote it. And thanks for coming on Out of the Blue.
No, thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Don't underestimate me.
Don't count me out.
Don't limit my potential.
Don't block my runway.
We are Middle Tennessee State University.
I exceed expectations.
I work harder than the rest.
I set the tone.
I still serve with honor.
I go the distance.
I am True Blue.
Your MTSU Alumni Association has a goal of placing this pin on the lapel of all those who call this campus theirs. Let's pass that tradition on.
Let's pass it on.
Focused on the future, the School of Music at Middle Tennessee State University is home to music industry veterans and offers you a myriad of performance opportunities. A music degree minutes from Nashville, Music City, USA, mtsu.edu/music. Middle Tennessee State University offers more than 100 master's and doctoral degrees designed for working professionals. Many of MTSU's graduate programs are offered partially or completely online. More information is available at mtsu.edu/graduate. Do you want the advantages of a major university with the Ivy League experience of an honors college? What you're looking for is right in front of you. Middle Tennessee State University's beautiful campus is home to over 140 majors taught in state-of-the-art facilities. Our undergraduates get hands-on experience, working alongside a highly respected and caring faculty. Take a closer look. Become True Blue.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass it on.
Don't underestimate me.
Don't count me out.
Don't block my runway.
We are Middle Tennessee State University.
I work harder than the rest.
I set the tone.
I am True Blue.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppman. The Center for Environmental Education is a branch of the MTSU Biology Department. It's dedicated to improving environmental education in Middle Tennessee. Now, its mission is to raise awareness, impart knowledge, teach skills, and inspire commitment about our environment so we make responsible decisions in conservation and sustaining our heritage. Here to tell us more is Dr. Cindy Smith-Walters, Director of the Center, and Dr. Kim Clary-Sadler, Professor of Biology Education. Welcome to Out of the Blue.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell me about the center. Pretend I'm in an elevator and I need the fast elevator pitch. What does the center do and how do you reach people?
Well, and thinking about the Environmental Education Center, we reach those formal educators that you think of as being in a classroom box that teach public school and private school. We also work with non-formal educators, scout leaders, folks who work at museums. So we work with a variety of audiences in both of those arenas.
Mm-hmm. So I would reach out to the center if I need help with a particular aspect of curriculum, or if I have a program that I want to do and I don't know how to approach it?
There are lots of things that we offer through the center. We have an excellent loan program for materials. We have a microscope loan program that Kim directs, where we can loan microscopes out on short or long-term bases.
Oh, wow.
Those microscopes are surplused. We can make them available to public school teachers and also to other groups that are interested in teaching about microscope use or looking at the things that are small.
And I assume that would come with not only instructions, but actually something, this is how I look at, this is what I would look at and what I would learn, right?
Absolutely. So we developed a guide that would instruct you how to teach yourself and also teach your students or any kids that you're working with. So I have homeschool parents that contact me frequently to borrow these microscopes. We've been really happy with the success of the microscope loan program, but that's just one thing. Yeah. We have, we call them tree cookies, but actually they're cross sections of different species of trees. And so you can check these out and you can work with people about tree identification and have them look at the rings and count the rings. And we can tell how old a tree is based on that, and just some wonderful activities that are related to that.
We have curriculum, as you spoke of. So if a teacher or youth leader comes to us and says, I'd really like to teach about this and that, but I'm not sure where to go to get that information. Or I found this online, but I'm not sure how to implement it. We can provide that training or that help if they need it. And plus we have resources that we know about that they may not be aware of that we can open the doors.
One of the great things about my job is I get to learn about all these things that the university does. And this is just yet another example of a great resource that that this community enjoys because the university is located here. And how do I engage you guys? Is it as simple as just picking up the phone or sending you an email and scheduling a time to talk with you about my needs?
Absolutely. That is something that you can do, and we'll get back with you.
That's wonderful. Tell me, who was the inspiration behind this center? How did it come to be?
Oh, wow, that's a long ago story and far away. So it was...
TVA provided an initial grant of $5,000 a year, and the center was housed in the College of Education at that point. We had a very forward-thinking faculty member in biology at that time, Dr. Patrick Doyle. And he said, you know, I think that this is important enough for the biology department to take on. And George Murphy, who was department chair at the time, agreed with him. And so the few materials that they had came to biology, and for a long time the outreach was for solid waste and recycling education. That has grown and expanded. We have done a number of things. The university is wonderful enough to provide us a space, but everything else is a soft money.
Grants.
So where we can get grants or where we can get contracts to help fund projects, that's what we do. We've worked with Department of Transportation here in the state. You've seen those watershed signs. You're entering Stones River Watershed. We helped with that program.
I've seen them everywhere, and I've always wondered so the center was part of the resource to make those, to identify those areas and tell people about it.
So these are just a few of the things that we do. Could I talk a little bit about the Center for Cedar Glade Study?
You stole my line, and that's it. So you are the co-director of the Cedar Glade Studies. Why don't you tell us what that is and what does that involve?
So I'm co-director with Dr. Jeffrey Walk, and he's a professor of biology at MTSU. But I have to add that that Cindy was really key and important to the funding that we secured to set up the center. Our mission is to provide educational resources and also information and outreach to Middle Tennessee and beyond about a cedar glade. And do you know what one is?
No, tell me.
It's fascinating because you probably live next to one and you don't know. People who've lived here all their life, they thought that they were just wastelands, but they're rocky, flat rocky outcroppings with varying depths of soil. It's home to, depending on where you read, 20, 27, 34 plants that just occur here, nowhere else in the world.
Very unique ecosystem.
The story isn't about the cedars. The story is about the unique and interesting plants that occur there. And they're survivors. I mean, it's really 10 degrees hotter there in the summer and colder there and wetter in the wintertime than it is anyplace else. So just interesting things to know about the ecology of the area.
Well, talk to me about the type of opportunities that are available for our students to connect through your center, to help their education and also expand their horizons.
There's a Students for Environmental Action here on campus at MTSU, and we've worked with them in the past.
So how do I get in touch with you? How do I find you?
Well, you can call my office or you can call Kim's office and we'll get back with you. There's also a couple of websites. The Center for Environmental Education is mtsu.edu/MTSU-CEE.
That's for Center for Environmental Education.
Absolutely.
MTSU CEE. And you've got a website as well?
Yes, so it's www.mtsu/glade, GLADE-center.
Professors, thank you both for joining us on Out of the Blue.
Thank you.
This does wrap up another edition of Out of the Blue. You can find more stories and videos about the campus 24 hours a day by visiting our website, mtsunews.com. Now, if you haven't been to the site in a while, check it out. We've revamped it, redesigned it, and added additional content from MTSU Magazine and all of our other publications. And we invite you to follow MTSU on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for additional special content. I'm Andrew Ottman, and I hope you'll always remain true blue.